Good evening and welcome to Bud Herzog Stadium. As we see here, the Lee Summit Tigers 19-0 taking on the Rockhurst Hawklets at 16-6. I'm Alex Hill, joined by Blake Heisey on color and Josh Walker on graphics. We're about ready to kick off here. Two very defensive-minded teams, as the Tigers have only allowed 4 goals the entire season, while Rockhurst only allowing 6. Blake, do you think there's any key players or key things that need to happen for the Tigers tonight?
Alex, trust me, this game is going to be a very fun one. The Tigers always try to send the ball through to Joseph Achugo, whereas Rockhurst, I think this game they're going to be really trying to counterattack based off how the Tigers play. And this game, the Tigers, they can build their goals or they can send them through to Joe. And I really think that this game, it's going to be a close one.
All right, we're getting ready for a defensive battle here. The Hawklets will get the kickoff first. Hawklets trying to push it down there. Running up the side. And immediately stolen. And Hawklets take it right back. And here's a push. Easily saved by Jackson Wells. Wells assigned, what's he going to do? Going to kick it downfield, but immediately Tigers trying to push it to Achugo already, and he is going to be beat. Throw in for the Hawklets. Cam Hahn, header. Ian Shores trying to push it up to Achugo. Dancing around. Berg pushing it upfield. Again trying to find Achugo. Achugo trying to get some space. Brissett back to Achugo. Immediately met up by a double team. Berg dancing around. McGuire saves it, but Hawklets knock it out of bounds. And stolen immediately by the Tigers to Brissett. What do you see from the two teams early on?
The Rockhurst Hawklets are really trying to play defensive here. You can tell the Tigers keep trying to push it up the field, mainly to Joseph Achugo, as we see Hunter McGuire here try to send the ball in and it's headed away. But the Tigers are really trying to push it up the field. Like I said, the Rockhurst Hawklets obviously trying to counterattack here. I think the Tigers are really going to take control of this game once they settle in more. The nerves are really rattling early for both teams, you can tell. And the Tigers, we'll see how they play this one out.
Opening round for State, always a little pressure there. Johnny Hutcherson to Achugo. Back to Achugo. Up the side. Is he going to set it up or try to score himself? Just barely a miss there. Tried to hit the top right corner.
Good ball by Achugo there. Expecting someone to be back post. That should be the right side central attacking mids run. But always, runs aren't always going to be there. But good ball by Achugo. And if he keeps sending that in, the Tigers will be successful at one point.
Third throw in for the Hawklets thus far. Hawklets trying to split the inside. Doesn't work out. Brissett playing tough defense so far. Hawklets going to try a little side action. It's not going to work as Nickens is going to cut them off. And he's going to give it back to Jackson Wells. And Jackson Wells is going to send it into the stands.
If you've noticed here, the Hawklets, really all they're doing is playing kick and run. The Tigers have had no problem defending them so far. The Tigers are trying to build their goals, you can tell. Sometimes they send it through to Achugo, but the Hawklets are really just playing kick and run. They're not getting any success on offense. This is one of their first throw-ins of the game, and the Tigers are doing really well so far.
Yeah, it really looks like they're just trying to improvise here, trying to test it around the Tigers' tough D that's only allowed 4 goals this season. Bounds. Max Goodwin for the Hawklets playing very well defense, cutting off Achugo a couple times tonight.
I'm really liking Achugo's work ethic tonight. He really is trying to get the ball. He's demanding it from his team. I like the leadership. As a senior, he's really getting those young guys to play him the ball.
And we all know when Achugo's set free, he is dangerous. Hawklets defend that very well. Hawklets trying to push it, trying to capitalize off of it. Cut off once again, and easy save for Wells. Wells looking around. Hawklets playing very well towards the middle of the field, and he's once again just going to punt the ball away there. Steven Brooks goes to Cam Hahn. Turnover there once again for the Hawklets. Shores pushing it to Brissett. Brissett seen a lot of action tonight. Hahn trying to feed it to McGuire. McGuire also a very dangerous striker. And once again, the ball finds itself out of bounds.
If you've noticed early, what the Tigers really try to do often is switch the ball. Hold on a second. Achugo with the ball there.
Achugo trying to get himself some space. Seen a lot of double team action tonight. Hawklets have definitely watched their tapes. Hahn tried to get it around there. Did not work out. And a Hawklet's going to be tripped up there. Let's see who it was as he's still on the ground. That was Nicholas Pelegi who was tripped up there. So the Hawklets going to get a free kick.
Back to what I was saying earlier, the Tigers really like to switch the ball using their central defensive midfielder, Cam Hahn. He really can pickpocket those Rockhurst Hawklets whenever they have the ball, and then he can send it through to Achugo or McGuire, who both have incredible speed.
In the air now. Hawklets coming down with it. Immediately towards the sideline. Hawklets playing a little more sideline ball now. They were playing middle ball early on. And the ball has found its way out of bounds once again. So, how do you think the Tigers could break through this tough Hawklets defense, or vice versa? I mean, both teams are very good defensive-wise, only allowing 10 goals altogether.
I will say, Alex, I'm really not impressed from the speed by this Rockhurst Hawklets defense. Achugo, Timmy Smith, they all have incredible speed. Hunter McGuire, you have tons of options here for the Tigers. I think that they really could get through this with their speed. Now, on the other hand, if I think Rockhurst is going to have a good chance to score this game, I think it has to come from Thomas Gainzer. Hope I said that right. Anyway, he does have the speed. He can get through. He's, showed that he can get behind the Tigers defense. So I think for the Tigers, you can open anyone up to score, but really the Rockhurst Hawklets, I'm only looking at a few options for them.
Thomas Gasner up, trying to push it up. Time of possession's been pretty even early on as both teams just kicked it out of bounds a lot. Up to Achugo. Not quite. He keeps just barely getting cut off. If he can just get a little more space. Hawklets once again causing a turnover. Both teams playing very tough defense so far. Just seems like a matter of time before Achugo gets some space, and or McGuire. Ball going to be placed towards the middle of the field. Max Goodwin kicking it for the Hawklets. Max Goodwin playing very tough defense on Joseph Achugo. Hawklets are very lucky to have him as they're going to push it up. Trying to find McGuire this time. Not going to work out. McGuire, very dashy striker. not as easy of a target to find as Achugo is, but he's very fast.
Pay attention to these next few minutes as these sophomores, Ethan Berg and Sam Brissett, are subbing in here for the Tigers. The sophomores have had a big impact on the Tigers this season. For example, at Liberty this season, Sam Brissett, the Tigers won this game. The Tigers won that game at Liberty 1-0. Sam Brissett, the sophomore, was the hero in that one and scored the goal for the Tigers. So watch these sophomores, see if they can make an impact for the Tigers here, because I really think that they do have a chance to.
Sophomores making a big impact for the Tigers this year. The Tigers coming off a 6-1 win in the district finals over Lee Summit North. Offense was not a problem for them that game, but the Hawklets on offense have had a different story. They've struggled a bit on offense, and they're lucky to only allow 6 goals this season. That's the reason they are 16-6. They're coming over off of a 2-0 win over the Truman Patriots. Throwing for the Tigers. Hawklets once again going to retrieve it up to Maxwell Frisch. And it's going to be another turnover. I definitely think the matchup of the night is Max Goodwin covering Joseph Achugo, as they're going to be headed in there, headed towards goal, and just not going to go in. Hawklets just going to roll it quick. And Sam Brissett finding some pressure there to Berg. Oh, tries to head it. Hahn taken. And here come the Hawklets once again. Hawklets seem to just be improvising right now, trying to find some holes. Hawklets making a little run for it. And it's going to be cut off Tigers by the Tigers. Tigers are playing a lot of late defense, they're letting them push it down the field, and closer to the goal, they finally cut it off. What do the Tigers need to do to make adjustments, Blake?
Well, Keegan Davis has proven all year that just because he's a sophomore, that doesn't mean he can't defend. He has been a solid defender for the Tigers this year. And right there, he was able to recover from a great 1-2 there by the Hawklets. They did almost get through there. We have to give credit where credit is due, and they truly did. That was a good scoring chance for them, but Keegan Davis, stellar defender, he stopped it. Really, the Tigers, I'm not really worried about their defense, but I will say, like I said earlier, if the Rockhurst Hawklets are going to score this game, it will be on a through ball like that.
Liam Bailey subbing in for the Hawklets, as it's going to be a corner kick. It's not going to work out. McGuire down the field. Hawklets seem to be getting the ball towards the middle of the field tonight. Ethan Berg, another sophomore, has played amazing defense this year thus far. Towards the goal, Hawklets just trying to make something happen. Wells is getting some action tonight, always going to be on his feet. Even if the Hawklets have had offensive struggles this year, they are not showing them tonight. They're making this Tigers defense play late. Brissett making some moves to McGuire. McGuire hustling down the field and just cannot make it.
Alex, you mentioned earlier how the Hawklets have struggled this season on offense, and really tonight, anything can happen in this cold weather. The Tigers, obviously their record looks better. They beat the Hawklets earlier this season 3-0. However, anything can happen in this cold. With these conditions out there, it snowed a few days ago. There's snow on the side of the field over here. Anything can happen in cold conditions. It's going to be a good one tonight, guys.
Very tough defense so far from both teams. Tigers are playing a little late on the defensive side of the ball, letting them get very close to and here comes Joshua Hutch. Sorry. Timmy Smith to Ian Shores. To McGuire. McGuire going to be tripped up hard, looking for a card. Is he going to get it? And no, they're just going to say Tigers ball right there.
I'm okay with that decision from the referee. It's an early foul. it's not a super dangerous call, but I'm okay with the foul call. I'm okay with the no card as well. I think this ref's going to handle this game pretty well tonight.
So McGuire, very powerful leg. He's going to see if he can make something happen here. McGuire towards the goal. Gonna kick high in the air, headed. Cam Hahn towards the goal again, trying to make something happen. A little far from the goal, but that's okay. Hawklets pushing it upfield. Pushing it upfield, trying to make something happen. Late defense once again from the Tigers. As Thomas Ganser just barely cannot make something happen. They were trying to push it to him.
We're seeing Joseph Achugo sub back into the game for the Tigers. Big offensive threat. You also saw yet another sophomore come into the game. Number 4, Keegan Rainey. Watch him. He has a rocket of a foot. He also has the ability to hit a very big banger of a shot. Watch him as he has a good chance to score for the Tigers.
And quick, tall stud slips back into the game, Joseph Achugo. Berg to Timmy Smith. Both teams questioning who last kicked it, and they're going to give it to the Tigers. So Timmy Smith gonna look. He's gonna find Achugo dancing around, tries a spin move, not gonna work. And Thomas Ganser racing down the sideline, trying to make something happen. A sliding kick tried to go in, and it just barely went over. So the Tigers very lucky. Wells is going to be on his toes all night.
Like I said earlier, Ganser will be this guy for the Rockhurst Hawklets to make a play, and right there he almost got a goal. He made a goal with that cross. It was a great cross. The Tigers defended it well. However, sometimes there's only so much you can defend, and the Tigers really, they were almost in trouble.
Looks like the Hawklets are going to look for Ganser like the Tigers are looking for Achugo. Shores to Smith, trying to push it upfield. Brissett trying to find someone to cover, and they're going to knock a Hawklet towards the sideline.
The speed and the pressure of that sophomore, Sam Brissett, could cause problems for that Rockhurst defense. I've mentioned how they are not very quick. Sam Brissett really can get through them, I believe. Let's see him right here, what he can do.
Max Goodwin continuing to play tough defense down there for the Hawklets. Smith gonna push it up there. Achugo's gonna take it as he's dancing around, and he's gonna be tripped up along with Joshua Pileggi. Both playing very aggressively down there.
The Tigers center back's going to send this one in for them. Max Peiser, he has a rocket of a foot as well. This one is going to probably go towards the back post and see if one of the guys can hit the ball out of the air, probably more across goal to one of the guys' back posts.
A little more than 21:30 left to go in the first half, and that is headed towards the goal. Just not quite. Rockhurst once again pushing it immediately from the goal throw. Like to play the middle of the field, and they're once again gonna push it down the sideline, but this time the kick was just not accurate. They are looking for the cross this far. To Berg. Berg immediately out of bounds, and it's gonna be Hawklets' ball on their side of the field.
If I could give the Hawklets a tip, it would probably be to stop trying to get past Johnny Hutcherson. He is one of the fastest guys on this field, if not the fastest. He is a great defender, and even if a guy's 10 yards in front of him, he has the ability to catch up to him.
Hawklets going to throw it in. Tried the header. They're going to try to push it towards the sideline once again, but once again, the late defense saves the Tigers. Hawklets throwing it in towards the goal, trying to make something happen. Broken up down there by the Tigers defense.
We're about halfway through the half with 20 minutes remaining. Both teams have had their fair share of chances. Honestly, it's been about even. The Hawklets have got some more chances than the Tigers, in my opinion. The Tigers have had more possession, in my opinion, but the Hawklets here, let's see what they can do on this corner, see if the tall guy can connect to it.
Impressive by the Hawklets thus far to shut down this Tiger offense, who have scored 89 goals this season. Once again, the late defense saves the Tigers. Wells looking around, deciding what he's going to do, and he likes to punt that ball down the field. Ethan Berg coming from the sideline towards the middle of the field. Randy looked like he was hungry for that ball, but they will stop play. Gonna kick it once again to Achugo. Achugo, obviously, gonna hear his name called a lot tonight. And that's gonna be pushed towards the sideline and out of bounds. Ethan Berg was trying to retrieve it. So Hunter McGuire is coming back into the game. And Timmy Smith will also be making an appearance, as Sam Brissett and Asian Shores will be coming out of the game. Hawklets with a throw-in. They've had a lot of those tonight. Hahn with the header. And Ethan Berg once again is going to find it out of bounds towards his way. Ethan Berg is a very, very tough defensive player. His defensive integrity is just absolutely amazing. Throw in from Achugo this time. He's going to try to find it, and the Hawklets are just going to kick it away. Picer dancing around. Tried to find the middle, just cut off there. And Ethan Berg, along with Picer, playing tough defense. Cut off. Berg with the header. Hawklets once again improvising. They're going to try to find Maxwell Frisch, but once again cut off. Achugo aimed his way, but it's going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds seems to be a recurring theme tonight, Blake.
Yep, you know, the Tigers, they really just sometimes have to just clear the ball, and there Isaac Nickens did a really good job of getting the ball back to keeper Jackson Wells, who, by the way, is going to be a runner for an all-state keeper. He's been fantastic for the Tigers this year, as well as that defense, so it's going to be tough for the Hawklets to score in this one. We'll see if they can get one, but it will be through a through ball. I think whoever scores in this game probably will be on a through ball, a ball into space, where someone like Achugo can run onto it, or for the Hawklets, Gasner can run onto it.
Grant Peters going to try to run it. He's going to be stuffed out of bounds, but no, he's going to save it. Double teamed. He's still going to find a way to find it towards the goal, but once again, Jackson Wells coming down with it. Jackson Wells just lights out all season, only 4 goals. Hawklets trying to make something happen, playing more sideline ball. And once again, the ball will come out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to position the ball. Throw in for Timmy Smith to Achugo.
That's Jonathan Hutcherson.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me, that was Jonathan Hutcherson, not Timmy Smith. Achugo looking for something, as he looked like he was held.
Substitution number 13,
Caden McLaughlin subbing in for the Hawklets. And the Hawklets will throw it in once again. Recurring theme for them tonight. And immediately batted down by Hahn.
As we approach 15 minutes remaining in this half, Alex, you said it earlier, the ball has been out of bounds a significant amount this half. That was probably one of the things the Hawklets wanted to do, minimize the time that the Tigers offense had the ball, and they've done a good job on that so far.
They sure have defensive battle tonight, as they have not found a hole for Achugo yet. been very aggressive. Achugo trying to make something happen, trying to clear something so he can get free and use his powerful leg. And when he's free, it's surely something to be reckoned with. Berg to Rainey. Rainey gonna pass it back. And he's gonna look for Achugo once again down the sideline. It's just a question from there. What's Achugo gonna do? Is he's gonna try to split the double team. And he's gonna look like he's shoved out of bounds. And he's looking for something. He's not gonna get it. Refs seem okay with the more aggressive ball tonight. It's always good to see. Timmy Smith with the kick. And that's going to be past the goal a little bit. The Tiger's going to be knocked down towards this goal. And once again, that'll go out of bounds right by Nickens. Ian Shores coming in along with Max Brzett and Sam Brzett. Two brothers going to be on together. Ethan Berg will be subbing out along with Keegan Ranny. And Joseph Achugo will also be subbing out. So two sophomores and the senior. And we are a little over 13 minutes here. Still knotted up at 0.
Good, how are you?
Hey, Doc. Good.
For those of you watching the state playoff bracket, we just got word that the Staley and Park Hill South game is underway. Remember, the winner of this match is who will play the winner of the Staley or Park Hill South match. So that match is underway. We'll get word to you on how that match is going as much as we can.
Along with other games in the state bracket. So a throw in for the Hawklets. Rockhurst trying to get something going. They've played a lot of throw and run where they immediately just get it from the goalkeeper who throws it in immediately to a defender, to a striker. And they're going to find something here, but immediately going to be batted down by the Tigers. And once again, going to find its way out of bounds. Blake, what's a key for the Tigers to finally break a hole and get something going?
I think they got to possess through the midfield more. They really have struggled with that. The Hawklets have done a really good job making sure that they can't swing the ball from Cam Hahn to the outside wingers like Achugo, McGuire, Sam Brzett, etc. So I think they really just need to focus, especially at halftime. I think something that Coach Dave Wingate really will say to his team is we got to get this ball moved around the midfield better because they really can't outrun this team if they can get a ball through. So, yeah.
Once the Tigers are let free, they're very quick, conditioned well. McGuire trying to find something. Going to find to Brzett. Back to Brzett. And the ball is once again going to find its way out of bounds. McGuire is trying to push it to the outside, but once again, the Hawklets trap it right there a little earlier than the goal. They play some earlier defense there towards the midfield. Brzett gonna try to put it over his head. Jonathan Hutcherson trying to make something happen. Tigers just playing a lot of pass back right now as Brzett takes a hard ball to the back. That looked like it hurt.
Substitution number 12, Noah Higby. Number 19, Grant Peters.
Grant Peters coming on for Rockhurst. He has definitely tried to make some goals happen for the Hawklets this far. Just both teams playing amazing defense. Hahn to McGuire. He's going to jump over McGuire. Nickens to Shores. Going to try to find in the middle to Brzett. That's going to be blocked. Going to go through Brzett's legs, and here come the Hawklets. And a stop and play has happened. Let's see what the ref is going to say. And it's just going to be a free kick. Let's see if the Tigers can capitalize. They've had a few of these tonight. Timmy Smith on for the free kick.
Watch the back post here. Max Peiser has proven that he can get these balls on ahead all season.
Let's see if he looks for McGuire here too. And the ball is just going to find its way towards out of bounds. He was looking more towards Peiser and Shore's way, but didn't seem to go that way.
Yeah, just a little too far from Timmy Smith. You know, you're going to get a lot of free kicks all game, and this team has proven all year that they don't get rattled. They don't get rattled easily. So I'm sure Timmy, all them, they're just going to keep chugging along, and if they get another free kick, they will make it count.
We are under the 10-minute mark here, still knotted at 0 apiece. McGuire to Hahn. Back to McGuire. McGuire as Achugo hustling up the field. Or, sorry, not Achugo. Smith. Nickens going to try to make something happen. Nickens dancing around and leads Brissett just a little too much. They tried to get the sophomore in on some goal action. Throw in for the Hawklets. McGuire gonna find Timmy Smith to Shores, and once again the ball finds its way out of bounds. What do you think the key adjustment the Hawklets had to make to keep the Tigers trapped and unable to use the crossball they always like to use?
Well, we saw a couple minutes ago they subbed in 2 midfielders. Remember, I said that the Tigers really needed to get through this midfield. You know, they were struggling, so it looks like the Hawklets really have good depth in their midfield. They can put anyone out there, and they're still making sure the Tigers cannot get forward and get Cam Hahn up there. Something I did like, though, was Isaac Nickens coming up from that center back position to try to find Sam Rosette on that sideline. It did go out of bounds, but something you always want as a coach and love to see is whenever your players, defensive players, can get involved in the offense and create a goal.
Credit to all of the Rockhurst coaches for shutting down the Tigers this far. Hawklets playing tough defense towards the Tigers side of the field. Brissett, Achugo dancing around to Hutcherson. Grant Peters. Heard his name called a lot tonight for the Hawklets, but Tigers are going to get it back towards the right corner. They're going to try to make something happen with the cross, and it's not going to work out as the Hawklets just swoop in there and slide the ball away, but the Tigers will get a corner kick.
Timmy Smith's going to send this one in for the Tigers. I mentioned earlier that his last free kick went a little too high. However, I have seen Timmy Smith has been very consistent getting the ball in. Here they decided to go short. And the Tigers there tried to do a little play, short, probably give and go in terms of a corner play, but it didn't work out. Next time they send the ball in, watch Max Peiser. He will get ahead on a ball.
Wells away with it. Yes, that does seem very different than what the Tigers have done on corner kicks tonight, as Achugo gets set free as the goalie sets it apart. Brissett gonna try.
Stick with it. That's a foul. Oh my God.
And the crowd wants a foul as a Tiger was sent to the field. And here come the Hawklets down the sideline. And it's going to be cut off with the great Tigers' late defense.
I love that play there from Johnny Hutchison. The speed I mentioned earlier, he is probably one of the fastest guys on this field, if not the fastest. He was able to not only get back to the ball, but he was also to save a corner. It's going to be a throw-in for the Hawklets here. That can save a goal. A corner, you can send the ball in, get ahead on a ball, bam, it's 1-0. But Johnny Hutchison was really quick there on the ball and was able to get it out of bounds.
Sophomore midfielder Ethan Berg back in the game with his great defense. But the Tigers don't really need any more defense tonight. They're just looking to try to get something on the scoreboard. Here comes Achugo, lead them a little too much there. Rockhurst trying to dance around, not pushing it like they usually do. Comes Hutcherson. to Shores. And once again, the ball will find its way to Wells. And we see McGuire heading towards the sideline as they're looking for some late offense to end the half. And the ball will find its way out, and Hawklets ball. Stephen Brooks to Joshua Pileggi, and play stopped after Pileggi got the ball.
Tiger substitution number 7, Hunter McGuire.
And Sam Brissett will come off for the Tigers while McGuire is coming on.
The more you watch soccer, something you might realize is that the last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of the second half is when a team is most likely to score. Teams fall asleep, and so let's see if one of these teams can get a goal to end this half.
Nickens immediately going to clear it away and going to be caught over there on the Hawklets sideline. So throw in for Stephen Brooks. Stephen Brooks gonna try to go down the field there, trying to push it. They like to throw and run. Brooks to Thomas Ganser. Hawklets immediately met by a double team. And they're going to try to push it towards the sideline once again. And going to be a turnover once again as the Tigers, with their great late defense thus far. A little over 3 minutes to go. Still knotted up at 0 apiece. Throwing for the Tigers. Trying to find something, anything, to gain at least a little momentum.
Credit to the Hawklets. They really have contained these Tigers special players tonight. Achugo, Timmy Smith, Hunter McGuire, some of the fastest guys that I've ever seen. The Hawklets have really done a good job of containing them, despite, the speed advantage for the Tigers. The Hawklets really have been able to contain them, and now we're going to see a kick coming out for the Hawklets.
Under the 2-minute mark. Tigers going to try to find something. McGuire up the sideline. We all know he's dangerous. Going to try a cross to Achugo. Not going to work. And the Hawklets maybe are going to get a call here. Play does stop.
Might see a yellow card here to Hunter McGuire. There's some dissent after by McGuire. Let's see if the referee opts to give him a card here. Looks like he might just be giving him a talking to, explaining to him what he would want as a referee. But I like this referee's decision tonight. He's going to go with no card. I respect the decision. Let's see how this game keeps going on.
Refs don't seem to have a problem with the aggressive play tonight. No cards given so far, and the fans do want them. Hawklets maybe trying to push it up here, minute and a half. And yes, that's exactly what they're going to do. And Tigers are going to dive back to Shores. McGuire tripped up now. And the crowd is not loving that.
I think that's the case where the referee could have decided to pull out his first card of the game. I'm not being biased or anything as a Tigers fan, but truly, I do think that play was yellow card worthy. Stopped a fast break, counterattack for the Tigers. So let's see how he sees to manage this game. He's going to have to tighten it up in the second half. This game will get choppy if he allows these teams to play long.
Tigers to Berg. Immediately stolen, but Berg gets his feet in there. What a great move. Batted down by Smith. Gonna try something, and not gonna work. Berg, what a great move by Berg.
I really like how he kept going there with that one. He really wanted to get these Tigers a goal in the last 30 seconds as time's winding down here, about 20 seconds remaining in the half. But that play from Ethan Berg there, Coach Wiebengay is going to love that. And that's definitely a positive to take out of, like we said earlier, the sophomores really making a big impact for the Tigers.
And Hawklets maybe going to try one more possession here, one more push, but that's not going to work out as McGuire with a great steal. And as time rolls down, we are all knotted up at 0. What a great defensive half. We'll see if there's more offense to come, and we will continue the stream after halftime. I'm Alex Hill, along with Blake Heisey on color and Josh Walker on graphics. We will see you after halftime.
She didn't want him to see it.
Welcome back to Bud Herzog Stadium. I'm Alex Hill, joined by Blake Heisey and Josh Walker in the booth. The Rockhurst student section is getting wild as we are getting ready for another great half of soccer. 40 minutes left, tied up at 0. And kickoff will go to the Tigers' way this time. And Bud Herzog Stadium is starting to get a little loud. And immediately turned over. Hawklets shutting down the great Tigers offense tonight. Tigers obviously need their defense, but probably need to focus on pushing it. Maybe becoming a little too predictable, only pushing it to Achugo. What do you think about that?
I do think that is something that we really did notice. The Tigers were really just trying to get the ball to Achugo and only Achugo. When he was on the field, they got to spread the ball out more, like I said. They got to get Cam Hahn involved. However, the Hawklets have done a very good job of taking him out of this offense. He is a vital part of this Tigers offense if they're trying to build up a goal in the Rockhurst half. And as we see.
And here come the Hawklets. And Nickens kicking it away very quickly. That was a big scare for the Tigers back line. And Berg going to try to outrun him.
They're always outside. I don't know. Are we doing outdoor season this year? I don't think so.
So early scares early on for the Tigers as the Hawklets have come out not looking any fear, not feeling any fear. Nicholas Pileggi tried to get it in there. Didn't really work out.
Both teams had some slip-ups to start the half there. The Tigers almost benefited off misplayed ball by the center backs of the Hawklets. And then the Tigers tried switching a ball all the way across the field, and the Hawklets were able to pick it off. Both teams coming out hot. The first 5 minutes of the second half has been very good. We're about 37 minutes remaining in this game.
Like you said, Blake, the 5 minutes beginning in the second half are very important. McGuire trying to get some room, and yes, he will. McGuire towards the sideline, and he's going to be tripped up, and he is looking for a card. He looks mad. But McGuire is just going to walk away. McGuire's been tripped up a lot tonight. Do you think those should be cards, Blake?
I think that based off how this game has gone, this referee is going to have to tighten this game up. He just had to give Joe Achugo a talking to about dissent because, he was yelling at the ref whenever McGuire got taken down there, and it's all about consistency as a referee. If that's not going to be a foul there, it can't be a foul as we go on in this game unless the ref makes it clear that he is going to get this game closed up. I think he's been a good ref so far, and I think he's going to continue to be that. He's got good control of the game so far, but he does need to stay consistent.
Hawklets giving the favorited Tigers a run for their money. Still 0-0 here, about little less than 3 minutes in. Tigers, quick, but immediately headed. Here comes Picer, deep to Achugo. Is he going to find room? And just barely, what a great save there by Rockhurst. Can you tell me what number the goalkeeper is on? And that's going to be... And he's going to be tripped up. And the Hawklets are sure fired up. Thomas Ganser, the senior, playing with a lot of passion tonight, hoping this is not his last game.
There's our first card of the game right there. Timmy Smith is going to get that for that challenge on the Hawklets. I don't know if I technically agree with that based off what happened to McGuire, but if that's how it's going to be now, this game is going to get pretty closed up by this referee. He's going to tighten it up, and we'll see how this game goes on. I actually didn't like how I didn't even give the Hawklet a talking to that actually was throwing his hands in the air whenever he was fouled. But let's see how this game goes from here.
But then again, that could be momentum for the Tigers. Maybe a little fire. Here come the Hawklets with the free kick as they are running around trying to set something up, maybe slip behind the Tigers defense as Ganser is running all over the field, and it's headed towards his way and going to be batted down by the Tigers, and it's still going to be remained in the box. And once again, the Tigers play great late defense. As a Hawklet falls to the floor, here comes McGuire with a deep kick and going to be batted away. It was heading towards the Chugo. Tigers like to play the double team towards the side. Very aggressive game. A lot of players knocked to the floor, the field, excuse me. The Rockhurst crowd is trying to make something happen, maybe getting some Tigers heads, starting some chants.
The crowd has played a factor tonight for both teams. The traveling Rockhurst fans, you can tell they're trying to get in the head of these Tigers. Same way for the Tigers fans. They're trying to get in the head of the Hawklets. That has played a factor tonight. You can get a mental effect on this game. And that was a good ball in there by the Hawklets. See if they can convert their corners. But yeah.
McGuire seems to be all over the place early on, but the Hawklets are dominating time of possession thus far in the second half. Hahn to Shores. Shores going to try to get it back, and Hawklets are going to once again throw it in. Seems to be a recurring theme for them tonight. The ball is going to go sky high. Once again towards the Rockhurst bench. 0-0 early on in the second half.
Timmy Smith is about to check back in here for the Tigers. Remember, he's on that yellow card. He's got to be careful, make sure he keeps his emotions under check. If he were to get a second yellow, that would be monumental to this game. That would give the Hawklets a huge advantage. They would have 11-on-10 on the Tigers. So Timmy's got to make sure he's got to keep his composure here.
A red card is definitely not what the Tigers want.
Returning to the match for the Tigers, number 10, Timmy Smith.
Who's that?
Keegan Davis.
Keegan Davis throwing it in. Try to get it to Hutcherson, and it's not going to work out. Davis going to try to make something happen again with the throw in. Hutcherson with a great behind the back kick, but that's not going to work out. It was heading towards McGuire's way. They're trying to set it up a little more towards McGuire. McGuire getting his name called a lot tonight in the second half. He seems to be all over the field. Hawklets trying to push it once again. Davis and Nickens back there, and Nickens will slide it away. Once again out of bounds.
Offside call there from the ref. That's a good call. He was behind the last defender when that ball was played. So now the Tigers are going to get to kick this one up the field, see if they can find a Chugo or McGuire, maybe even Cam Hahn to start a build attack.
That call was pretty close, though. He's just barely behind it. Timmy down the center of the field. Gonna try. Oh, maybe should have winded up a little there before, but he's gonna be tripped up. And Hawklet's gonna try to push it. Ganser to the center of the field. Ganser to McLaughlin. McLaughlin getting the ball towards the sideline. He's gonna catch the roll, and other than that, he's just gonna immediately drop it. For Rockhurst,
Hawkwood substitution number 19, Grant Peters.
Grant Peters will be coming into the game. Reminder that the winner of this game will go on to the state quarterfinals to play the winner of Park Hill South and Staley. Both teams the Tigers have defeated this season. And here come the Hawklets breaking loose. Immediate, great save there. And they're going to try to clear it away.
Now go. Now go. Play it.
McGuire looking for something, looking for a pass from Achugo. Chugo trying to slip around, and the Hawklets are once again going to cut him off as he was trying to look towards the left side of the field.
Kind of a sarcastic yell there from the loud crowd of Lee Summit. The student section was asking for that foul all evening, and here we go, a set piece right outside the 18 for the Tigers. I'm really liking this opportunity for them.
But can the Tigers capitalize? Tigers are having trouble breaking through the defense, so they need to take advantage of the kicks on their side of the field.
About 31 minutes remaining in this one. If the Tigers were to convert this free kick, there's still tons of ball game left. Let's see what Hunter can do here.
Headed towards the goal. He's going to try. Kick, a header, and it's in! And that's going to be a goal for the Tigers, and we finally are on the board. It was very hard to tell who scored the goal, as a bunch of Tigers were around that header, as it seemed like the header went down towards the ground and rolled itself in. Timmy Smith, it turns out, finally breaks free.
Lee Summit Tiger goal number 10, Timmy Smith.
Not letting that yellow card define him, as he finds its way, and the Tigers are finally on the scoreboard, and they finally break through that tough defense and capitalize on that being on that side of the field. So 1-0 Tigers. Let's see if the Rockhurst can.
Assisted by number 9, Max Picer.
And
I talked about how Max Picer can really create chances coming up from that central back position on those set pieces. And sure enough, he sent the ball back across, and Timmy Smith was there to knock it in. You could feel the electricity in this stadium immediately go up as soon as the ball went in. The Tigers have all the momentum now.
The loud crowd and the entire team were hungry for that goal. Very frustrated with this tough Hawklets defense. Hawklets defense now allowing 7 goals on the season with that goal by Timmy Smith. Tigers trying to make something happen. Once again, they're going to try to find the corner. They're going to try to cross, and it's going to be barely over the right post. But ball is still in play, but Rockhurst is going to clear it away.
Timmy Smith and Joe Achugo, that is a great combination there. Timmy used his speed and kept in mind the speed of his teammate Achugo and was able to send that through, and Achugo sent a great ball right back to him. Timmy just couldn't get in front of the ball, but it was a great play there from the Tigers. Like I said, they have all the momentum. This is their game right now. Let's see if they can finish it out.
They sure do. All they have to do is relax now and let their great defense play. Little under 30 minutes left to go. 1-0 Tigers. Alex Hill joined alongside Blake Heisey and Josh Walker in the booth. And once again cleared away, this time by Shores.
Something Coach Wiebengay keeps telling his team right now is to keep everything under control. If they do that, they will win this match. And if they can do that, this team has proven all year that they can be very composed. They don't get rattled easily. If they can keep composed, they have a really good chance to win this match.
Tigers only allowing 4 goals all season. That is an insane stat. And Picer with a great move to work around. And headed towards the left sideline. Nothing seemed to happen after that great move by Picer.
That's Ian Shores, by the way.
Excuse me, that was not Max Picer, that was Ian Shores. Gonna try to make something happen.
Brissett tried to keep that one in for the Tigers. He was just barely not able to. I like the hustle and the pressure from Sam Brissett. Still, even in the second half, he does not give up. Like I said, if he can keep pressuring, then this team could get another goal and really solidify this win for them.
Sam Brissett playing great defense all night, but they also seem to be trying to find him up the sideline. That's been a recurring theme tonight as well. Not leaning on Achugo as much this half. And it seems to be, but they're going to find him through a hole, and it's going to make it towards it. Is that And Achugo is finally going to find the goal. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead for the Tigers. They finally find Achugo through a hole, not through the corner, but through the middle field. And the Tigers are going ballistic as they are another goal up and another goal from going.
What a great ball to send Achugo into space. That's what they've been trying to find all game. They finally were able to find it. The loud crowd is hype. The fans, the parents, they're all hype. It is really getting electric in here. Lee Summit has all the momentum. Rockhurst is in trouble.
Rise right they are. They are at the 27.5-minute mark. Rockhurst gonna try to find something. Joseph Achugo finally broke through, and I guarantee that Tigers bench was ballistic.
It's too much.
Let's see if Ganser can make a difference for the Hawklets as he's tried to make something happen all night. Along with Caden McLaughlin, he's tried all night as well to try to break through, to try to do something for the Hawklets.
Liam Bailey actually just received a yellow card caution from the referee. He does not look very happy. Both coaches right now are a little confused. Coach Weavengate for the Tigers a little more angry than confused. He was looking for a foul right before that. Bailey just kind of let his emotions get the best of him there. That yellow card was all dissent. Let's see what unravels here. The clock is stopped at 27:35. Referee trying to explain to the Rockhurst coaches what's going on here. We're a little confused up here as well. But let's see how this game plays out. After now 2 yellow cards have been handed out, this game is going to get tightened up by this referee. He's already proved it. Let's see what happens.
Looks like the refs here have tightened up the aggressiveness. They don't want it as much here in the second half as the first half. Both teams got away with a lot of things that seemed a little controversial, both from the crowd and from the coaches. So as McGuire comes in, let's see if McGuire will still continue to run all over the field, as he has had absolutely amazing hustle tonight. As the free kick for the Rockhurst, very deep towards goal. They're going to find something. Rockhurst seems to be heading it a while away from the goal and trying to set something up more towards the back, as once again, Brissett going to find it. Brissett trying to do something, but he's knocked to the ground. Grant Peters took it away from Brissett. Tigers almost broke through there, along with Achugo. Achugo gonna slide tackle him, and there is definitely a whistle on that.
That's Timmy Smith.
Excuse me, that was Timmy Smith. And they are just going to clear it away here. 2-0 Tigers. Max Brissett coming in for the Tigers. Let's see if Max will continue to play his great midfield defense.
He's coming in for Ethan Berg here. I like the play from Ethan Berg tonight. I'm sure we'll see him again in this match. Coaches probably just want to give him a word on what they want to do. They're probably in a defensive mindset right now. See what the Rockers can do with this throwing.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Tigers, once again, knocking any hopes Rockhurst has from taking any advantage of anything on their side of the field. Rockhurst will keep the ball. Rockhurst likes to deeply throw the ball in. Very close into goal. Wells on his feet, kicked away, but Rockhurst is still going to remain with it. Tigers are trying to head it away. Still in Rockhurst possession. They're trying to clear it out of the Rockhurst side of the field, but they're unable to do that. It is on the Tiger side of the field, and it looks like a Rockhurst player having very trouble holding on to the ball.
And I'm sure Sam Brissett would have went for that ball, but he knew he was in an offside position. The goal would not have counted if he were to score there. Smart play by him to just let it go to the keeper. However, on that throw-in where the Hawklets almost scored, it was all Nicholas Pileggi's strength on that throw-in that almost got that goal for the Hawklets. They really, if they can continue to get the ball in his hands on a throw like that, that's like a corner to them. So let's see what they can do.
And here comes, he's finally on his breakaway, and he's going to be broken up.
Attaboy, Jackson.
And Jackson coming out of the box. And it's just going to be over the net. As finally, Thomas Ganser for the Hawklets finds something, and he breaks through a hole just a little bit over, and the Tigers are lucky. But what an amazing save by Wells, almost out of the box there. Still dives to his left, makes a great save. To his right, I mean, excuse me.
We talked about Ganser in the first half, and he really did almost get through there for the Hawklets. That's a goal. If that's anyone else than Jackson Wells in goal, what a save by Wells to keep this game 2-0. If Rockhurst gets that goal, this game completely changes. All the momentum shifts to Rockhurst. So let's see what happens.
If he's not an all-state goalie, I don't know what is. 2-0 Tigers, a little over 20 minutes here. And Wells gonna hold on to the ball here. Maybe trying to blow a little time. But he's gonna do his famous punt down the field. And it's gonna go towards McGuire's way. And Rockhurst trying to make something happen. And cleared away there. It looks like Picer cleared that one away.
I guarantee you something Wiebengay is telling the Tigers is to keep pressuring this goalie. Ryan Thompson has yet to prove that he can properly distribute a ball to one of his defenders' feet. Let's see how he can keep playing this game. It seems like he just blasts it up in the air almost every time he gets it, so I can assure you Coach Wiebengay is telling the Tigers to keep pressuring.
Pressuring them they are. Rockhurst looks like they're bouncing it around, just trying to find something, but they're always on the Tigers side of the field. Rockhurst just trying to hold on to the ball, trying to make something happen. Rockhurst is playing great on their side of the field, making Wells on his toes, but they're also kicking it around on the Tigers side. So they're working both sides of the field, but they can't find anything to work. They don't know whether to play fast, they don't know whether to play conservative, they don't know what to do. Shout out to the Tigers defense for obviously making that happen, the pressure happen, and Tigers going to try to push it up once again. As we're a little bit a ways from halfway through the half. Tigers throw in here towards Chugo, but not going to work. Immediately batted away by the Hawklets.
We have an update in the Staley Park Hill South game. That is actually still tied 0-0, so we have yet to see anyone pull out in front, and that will let you know if anything changes on that side.
Thank you, Blake. Throw in for the Hawklets here. Hawklets, once again, trying to push it. Whenever they're on their side of the field, they try to push it, but when they're on the Tigers' side of the field, they play very conservative, just try to kick it around, trying to find something, so then when they finally get on their side of the field, they can play very fast. But they're going to try something here, maybe across towards the side of the sideline, and it's not going to work. Great defense there by... And it looks like Picer cleared that one away. And Wells is going to have the ball in his possession. Wells here. And play will stop.
Unlucky there for the Tigers, just an unlucky handball. His hand wasn't in an unnatural position. That's a good call from the referee, and now Rockhurst has a chance to convert on this set piece. Let's see how they can get the ball in.
Hawklets up the field. Try to head it in back to a midfielder, but that's not going to work. And that's going to be headed towards there, and Achugo's going to get a hold of it. Can he dance around and make something happen? Oh, and it's just going to be batted away, but the ball's going to go right back to him. And just unlucky for the Tigers there. Really looks like a great opportunity. Great save by the defender for the Tigers, but they are going to get a corner kick. That's going to be a silver lining here out of anything in that possession.
That's a good piece of defending from the Hawklets there. Achugo has proven that he is really good at one-on-ones this season. They were able to stop him, as well as Ryan Thompson got a little save in there. Gasner's back in the game for the Hawklets, and he's looking at that 9 or central forward role. Let's see what he can do. I think that he really is a big option for the Hawklets here. Probably one of the only options. Let's see what can happen.
Going to be cleared away for the Tigers.
Substitution number 14, Lonnie Dyke.
Sky high ball there. They're going to try to push it towards the sideline. Collected by Shores as he's going to be knocked to the ground. And Hawklets are going to try to push as Keegan Davis.
That's solid defending in the midfield there from Bailey. Let's see what he can keep doing. If the Hawklets can do what they were doing in the first half and eliminate the Tigers midfield from this game, then they have a really good chance to come back, but only 18 minutes left. They're running out of time. They got to get going.
Nickens blasted there. Shot on goal for the Hawklets, and that's not even going to be close. It's going to be batted away before it even had a chance. Corner kick for Rockhurst. Little under halfway here. I'm Alex Hill, joined by Blake Heisey on color and Josh Walker with graphics. Blake, you're up 2-0 here, as they're going to try, and the Hawklets are finally going to get on the scoreboard. The corner kick works out.
It was Liam Bailey, the tall 6'2" senior.
Liam Bailey.
The 6'2" senior Liam Bailey was able to head that one in. That's a great service there, whoever took that corner. However, the referee is going over to the assistant referee to talk about something that happened on that play. Do not count this goal for 100% yet. Let's see what's going on over there in that corner.
As we see if the goal is good or not, Rockhurst proves they are not done yet. It is now 2-1 Lee Summit. Winner of this game will play Park Hill South or Staley in the state quarterfinals.
The goal will stand for the Hawklets. It's going to be 2-1. We have 17 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. The loud crowd is they got to make an impact now. Rockhurst has a little bit of momentum. Let's see what they can do. They only need 1 goal now, and they got 17 minutes to find it.
Hawklets are having trouble pushing it up the field, but they are taking advantage when they do somehow. When they do finally push through the Tigers' holes, they are sure taking advantage of it with a lot of shots on goal. And when they had that corner kick, just like the one there, they're taking advantage of it. They're getting a lot of great shots, but just nothing seems to be falling for them. Maybe the conservative play on the Tigers' side of the field is working for them.
Little miscommunication there by the Hawklets defense. Thompson tried to come in and grab that. He had a defender right in front of him. Wasn't able to grab it in. That could have been catastrophic for them. That would be a way to give up a goal and basically give the goal right back to the Tigers that they just got, which made it 3-1. However, obviously, that's not how it went out, but the Hawklets do need to get better communication. You can tell they've been a little iffy all evening, and they have 16 minutes to find an equalizer here.
Hawklets bench explaining, yeah, out of this yet, and for the Tigers, you cannot sleep. You cannot take your foot off of the gas pedal. Great save there by the Hawklets goalie.
That's a good stretch and catch there, as I like to call it there, by Ryan Thompson, the keeper. Sam Brissett, the sophomore, tried showing his boot there, and he did have a good shot on goal, but Thompson was able to stretch and catch.
What did you just call that, Blake?
A stretch and catch. He dove out to the left, was able to catch the ball, bring it down so a deflection couldn't happen.
Stretch and catch. Stretch and catch. Blake, I think you should copyright that.
I might have to. It's a good saying. I might have to keep that one in the back of my pocket for the remainder of this game.
Rockhurst trying to take advantage of something again on their side of the field, and what a great save by Wells. They're going to try to head it again, and once again over the top, the goal post. What a great few attempts by Rockhurst, and even greater saves by Wells, as Wells once again saves the Tigers' butts.
Jackson Wells, are you kidding me? What a save on the ground. It's a kick save. And the Hawklets are knocking on the door. The Tigers, the momentum has 1,000% shifted once again in favor of the Hawklets. They might just find an equalizer here in this last 15 minutes.
Hard hit to Achugo. Achugo trying to find something again by the sideline, but going to be stopped early. Trying to push it up once again. Shores try to bat it away. Not even going to work. Hawklets player tripped up, and a whistle is gonna blow.
Tigers fans and players are unhappy with that, but I'm okay with that call. Tigers did come in late there, and the Hawklets are going to have a free kick in their defensive half.
A little over 14 minutes to go, 2-1 Tigers. Let's see if the Tigers can hold off the pressure, or let's see if the Hawklets can come back. Hawklets playing more aggressive now. I think when the Hawklets offense shines the most is when they have a corner kick or a free kick on their side of the field. What do you think, Blake?
They are really dangerous on set pieces. That's how they got their first goal tonight. And, you know, if you're the Hawklets, if you're in the middle of the field trying to counterattack, your number one option is Gaisner. But in terms of set pieces, you're really going to be looking for Liam Bailey, that tall 6'2 midfielder, the senior, one of the captains of this team. So the Hawklets, if you're the Tigers, you really can't give the Hawklets any more set pieces, or you have to limit the amount of set pieces you give them. And right now, the Hawklets are really knocking on the door of the Tigers.
Tigers going to have to tighten things up a little bit as the Hawklets are dominating the time of possession right now. Brooks, number 2 for the Hawklets, the junior defender, is playing absolutely great defense and great setting things up tonight as Brissett is going to be triple teamed, and Hawklets making some moves there. As the Hawklets conservative play on their side of the field. Excuse me, on the Tigers side of the field, but much more aggressive when they approach past the 50-yard line. It's like two separate teams, Blake. On the Tigers side, they seem way more conservative, kicking it around very slowly, but when they're on their side, they're lights out. Like, they just can't stop. What do you think?
The Tigers are playing way more defensive-minded this half. You can tell they are really just trying to eat this clock as we have 12 minutes remaining here. The Hawklets, they're getting desperate for that equalizing goal. So they're trying to get it as fast as they can, because say you get a goal right now, you have 12 minutes to find a winner. And this game is going to come right down to the wire. Let's see if Achugo, who has been the main playmaker for the Tigers all season, let's see if he can find a goal as Hunter McGuire is about to sub in here for the Tigers.
Speedy McGuire on his way into the game. As it seems Achugo will find his way out of the game. So they're going for a more speedy look. Not that Achugo is not speedy, he definitely is, but McGuire's just a different type of fast, especially when he breaks through on the sideline.
I like the move from Coach Wiebengay and Coach Hawkins. I really do, because Hunter McGuire is someone who comes back to the ball more than Achugo. Achugo is someone who you're just trying to send through an open space and use his speed. You can use McGuire to come back to the ball, possess more. So let's see how they actually use that substitution and how that fares out.
Both teams not letting the cold define them or alter their play in any way, as Tigers had a game in the mid-30s last week against the Lee Summit North Broncos and still won 6-1, so cold doesn't seem to be bothering them or the Hawklets either way. Hawklets coming off of a 2-0 win over Truman in their district finals. And Tigers going to try to push something, but the Hawklets are, in the past 5 minutes, have absolutely shut down anything the Tigers have tried to do on their side of the field. So maybe some adjustments from the Hawklets thus far. A little over 10 minutes left in the second half. Tigers lead 2-1. Can they hold on? Hawklets once again down on their side of the field, dominating the TOP. And the Hawklets loud crowd seems to be, I don't know if they call it the loud crowd, Blake, but seem to be pretty eager, pretty excited.
Speaking of that crowd, Alex, it's a big crowd tonight for the Tigers. The Hawklets brought a good share of students as well. The crowd's going to get loud in this last 10 minutes. It's coming down to the wire. And, of course, like we've said this whole game, if the ref is going to tighten his decisions up anymore, it is now. He's telling the guys in there right now to be careful. And, Alex, we're in for a fun final 10 minutes.
Yes, we are, Blake. But the Tigers they got to get it on their side of the field. They got to get a little more TOP up. I mean, the Hawklets in the past 5 minutes have it's been all of them. They've dominated the TOP. They've done nothing but stay on their side of the field, so they haven't had to be conservative at all because they've just tried.
Wow.
As once again, their ball just barely goes over the top post. Jackson Wells is just getting all he can handle. The Tigers have to get it on their side of the field or they are in big trouble because it's only a matter of time before the Hawklets finally put the ball in the net.
The Tigers just caught a huge break. Frisch, I don't know how you say it. I hope I'm saying it correctly, but he had a chance to equalize the game. He was right in front of the goal, and sometimes your emotions get the best of you, and the game of soccer is very mental as well, and you can tell there it was in his head. That was the equalizing goal there for the Hawklets. Now they basically have to find a third goal because that definitely should have ended up in the back of the net.
Little less than 8.5 minutes to go. I bet the Hawklets' heartbeats are racing faster as time ticks and ticks away for them to find the equalizer. As Joseph Achugo, the tall, as they will try to find him maybe to open up a hole, because if you want a player to go down the sideline to score for you, that would be the one. Berg to Hawklets, pushing it once again, going to try the sideline this time. He's going to try to save it from going out of bounds. Tigers are going to clear it away, but a whistle is blown beforehand.
Alex, we've mentioned all game the Hawklets are dangerous on those set pieces, and once again, that goal almost came from another set piece. This one it was actually a throw-in, and Pelegi, who we mentioned earlier, was able to send that one in perfectly, and they were able to flick it back post, and then obviously Frisch
slide in a goal there, but once again, Wells is just lights out. Let's see how we try to figure out who attempted that goal there. We'll get back to you in a second. Less than 7 minutes now for the Hawklets trying to find an equalizer. Free kick. And it's headed upfield towards the 50-yard line. Then this Hawklets crowd is trying to find something, energize their team a little bit. Hawklets pushing it up, sky high. Batted away by Picer. Headed over Berg, and easy save for Wells. Looked like it was going to turn into something, but just another caught ball by Wells, and he's going to stand around, maybe blow a little time before he kicks it.
Something that I've always told people before tonight, whenever they've brought up this playoff run for the Tigers, how they're still undefeated and everything, and I've always told them, if there's one team that can beat the Tigers, it's the Rockhurst Hawklets, and the Hawklets have absolutely proven that tonight. This second half, aside from that 5 minutes where the Tigers scored 2 straight goals, it's really been all Rockhurst. It really has. They've knocked on the Tigers' goal all half long after those 2 goals. They've really came back. Prompts to them. They are really doing a great job. And Timmy Smith's coming back in here, a playmaker. Let's see what he can do, and if the Tigers' back line can hold this one out in the final 5 minutes.
Timmy Smith obviously had a goal in the opening minutes of the second half, but he also has a yellow card, so he needs to be a little more conservative. As a Hawklets player looking for something, as he is brought to the ground and the refs are looking around, maybe a signal from the other one, and it's just going to be a free kick.
That's not a very smart challenge there from Jonathan Hutchinson. He's been a great defender all year and all game. His speed is his best asset, but that is not a good decision. The Hawklets have a chance now on this set piece.
And here they go, trying to take advantage once again on their side of the field. Almost swept behind Wells, but once again, he's playing lights out, so absolutely saving the Tigers tonight. Boy, when the Hawklets are on their side of the field, they are dangerous. I mean, just ball after ball, just over or to the side of the goal. They're so close to knocking it in. Tigers better knot it up. Towards midfield. Davis going to survey it. Throw in for
There's no coaching. I just need
the Hawklets. Davis once again going to survey it as he holds the ball in his hands. The throw in was by Grant Peters. Sky high. Headed away by Shores.
Alex, I think we can both agree if the Hawklets are going to get an equalizer in these final 3 minutes and 50 seconds around there, then it's going to be off a set piece or a throw-in, anything that comes from a dead ball position. They have been so dangerous on that all night long, and especially in the second half. They, like we said earlier, they should already have the equalizer, but now they got to find another way. The Tigers have got to be better at defending those set pieces.
Wells absolutely playing amazing tonight despite the 1 goal allowed. Nickens kicks it away. Tigers trying to push it a little bit. Trying to go 2 goals ahead. That would definitely take the pressure off. A Hawklet knocked to the ground. Hawklets pushing it towards the side, and it looks like he's tackled. It definitely wasn't intentional, but he is on the ground, and he looks injured, but he will get up. That is... as we collect the number here.
I will say, Alex, that is not a smart move once again from Johnny Hutchinson. He picked up the yellow card, making that the 3rd yellow card of this match. And now this is probably one of the most dangerous balls Rockhurst can send in right now. They have a set piece from about 20 yards out, a few yards outside of the 18-yard box. They're going to be looking for Bailey, their tall midfielder here. Let's see if they can get the equalizer.
They will definitely be looking towards Bailey's way as he had the first goal for the Hawklets and just all 6-2 of him as they're going to send it in. Can they dodge it here? They saved by a Hawklet. Oh, they're going to say it was a little over the line already. And the Tigers once again stopping it despite the scares, despite the constant on-target balls from the Hawklets. They once again dodge a bullet.
Just under 3 minutes remaining. The Tigers are going to try to milk this clock as much as they can. Clock stopped right now as Johnny Hutchinson is sub back in, my bad. And let's see if his speed can play a role if the Hawklets try to play a ball over the top. And, yeah.
Alex Hill joined by Blake Heisey with Josh Walker on graphics with a little less than 2 minutes to go here. Things are heating up in Bud Herzog Stadium. Achugo just going to clear it away here, trying to milk a little clock. Yeah. Ryan Thompson, the goalkeeper, in for the Rockhurst, going to push it up, going to try to find a hole or something, as they are going to, with a great line drive kick to the sideline. Nickens is going to beat it, but he's going to be brought down to the ground beforehand. Rockhurst is going to somehow keep the ball headed away by Davis. And Shores with the great steal. That's going to be a massive for the Tigers.
What a play by Ian Shores. That is a great defensive play to save the Tigers there. What a play.
That saved their butts. Shores, that might have been the play of the game if the Tigers can't pull this out.
It really would be. People talk about all the goals and assists scored, but that play right there almost saved a goal. It probably did save a goal. Let's be honest. What a play by Ian Shores. Like one of the captains of this team taking charge.
Rockhurst crowd is heating up here. Things are getting absolutely intense. Rockhurst is so hungry for this goal. Throw in from the corner. Bounces off the field goal post, and the refs are going to stop play. Once again, very close for the Hawklets. They want this goal more than anything. They want to save their season. They want the equalizer. Tigers just trying to hold on for dear life.
Let's see if the Tigers can survive this minute. About a minute left, exactly. Here we go. This is crunch time. This is what the whole game comes down to.
1 minute, 1 second remaining. Rockhurst trying to make something happen. Sky ball towards the goal. Dancing around, trying to feed it. He's towards the sideline, trying for a cross. He's going to get beat by Davis. Davis with a great play to clear it there, trying to milk some clock. 45 seconds remain. Can the Tigers hold on?
They're sending Pelegi for the throw. Let's see what he can do. Can he find Bailey?
Bailey, that's who they're looking for right now. Tigers going to clear it away. Rutgers still has possession. 22 is going to kick it in. 26 seconds left. McGuire kicks, heads it away. Still in Rockhurst possession on their side of the field. It's going to be attempted. Easy save by Wells, and he could melt the clock here, and that may do it.
What a final minute. That is going to do it. The Tigers are headed to the state quarterfinals, and it was a hard-fought win. And the Rockhurst Hawklets really almost got that equalizer, but what a game.
And the Tigers bench is going crazy. They held on against a great Rockhurst offense of late. Wow. And the Tigers hold on to defeat the Rockhurst Hawklets 2-1. What a final minute. What a match. Blake, any final thoughts before we head off the air?
Well, I really like the Tigers defending there in the final minute. The mental thinking of that defense to keep that ball in the air, keep heading the ball back to the Hawklets. If the Hawklets are going to keep it in the air, then, it takes time to get that ball to the ground. And so I really love the defending there from the Tigers. That is how you close out a game. The Hawklets played really hard this match. If they would have came out in the first half, who knows how this game would have gone. But what a second half here from Bud Herzog Stadium.
Liam Bailey was looking for that goal more than anything, but just could not do it, and the Tigers hold on to advance to the state quarterfinals to play either the Park Hill South Panthers or the Staley Falcons. Once again, Tigers win 2-1 over the Rockhurst Hawklets. And signing out from Bud Herzog Stadium, I'm Alex Hill, joined on color by Blake Heisey and Josh Walker on graphics. Good night, and we'll see you later.